Hello, welcome back. We had just crossed the border, if you like, from the Isle of Lewis to the Isle of Harris. Rather confusingly, they are actually the same landmass, but they are called two different islands, and they each do have their own flavour, their own way of speaking Gaelic, their own landscapes. So they are kind of separate entities, almost in one way, but geographically, landmass wise, they are actually the same landmass. And the first thing you do once you travel from Stornoway down to Harris and you've crossed that border, I'll turn the camera around, is you climb the North Harris Hills. You have to go over Clisham, and it's very pretty. This morning we left Laxdale Holiday Park in Stornoway. We were there for 2 nights. It is a very good site. It was the first site I've ever stayed at when I came to the Outer Hebrides, when I got off the ferry in Stornoway, and I was just so overwhelmed. I literally went to Laxdale, shut myself away in the caravan for 24 hours and just went and I've kind of just done that this weekend. It's just a useful place to either base yourself if you want to explore the Stornoway area, or your first or your last night on the island before taking the ferry. The pitches are quite small, and there was one twin axle caravan there. Now today, Monday, we've had a couple of minor setbacks. The first one being the ferry we were hoping to take back to the mainland a week Friday from Loch Ballsdale in South Uist. I went to go and book it today in Stornoway, and it's fully booked. And I need to be in Oban by Friday evening next week. So that was a bit of a bummer. I've either got to travel earlier, cut my holiday short, or travel from Loch Maddie on North Uist to Ig on Skye, and then drive down that road that I don't really like very much. So that was a bit of a downside. The second setback was I went to fill up with LPG, my refillable gas tanks in the Airstream, and there is no more LPG pumps. There are no more LPG pumps in the Outer Hebrides. I was at Engerbrecht's garage, and their LPG pump has been out for years. But you could always go to the Total garage around the corner near the BBC Alaba studios. And apparently, the gentleman I was chatting to at Engerbrecht's told me that no, that pump is now out of service as well, and they don't sell enough LPG from the pump in Stornoway to make it viable to run the pump. And I imagine with the appearance of electric vehicle charging points throughout the Outer Hebrides, that situation is now not going to change, because obviously people are now choosing electric or hybrid over LPG in order to save fuel costs. Oh, breathe in. And another one coming down. Oh dear, he's a very big bus. No, no problem. So, I'm going to have to find a site with a hookup. Ooh, sunshine. It's been a very wet afternoon, as you can see, and it is very cold. It's 5 degrees. I mean, I know we are going up the mountain now, but it's still blooming cold for me. So I'm going to have to find a site with a hookup. Horgabost, where we're going now, does not have hookups. I've got my Dometic Origo stove that can also be used as a heater. I've got plenty of bioethanol to power it. The only thing is, of course, you can't leave that running all night because of the carbon monoxide risk. Even if you've got a window open, I just wouldn't do it. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do, really. Bit of a dilemma, because, yeah, what with the ferry not running that I wanted to get, and also not being able to get any LPG, I do really need to seriously look at carrying a Cala cylinder as a backup, because Cala is very easily exchangeable on the islands. Now that I cannot refill my fillable LPG tanks, so there you go. Oh well, so that was Laxdale, and that was the climb up North Harris Hills, and we're just coming up now. Eventually will be Loch Seaforth on the left, not the ferry, the actual loch. And yes, as I say, we're heading to Horgabost campsite. I don't know if we're going to stay there tonight or if we'll stay, you know, just camp on the way and then get there tomorrow. We shall see. So, these are the North Harris Hills. And in the meantime, thank you for watching, and tune in again soon for the next exciting episode of ScotVlog. Ting!